We've spoken a little bit in the past about masterworks and what constitutes a sculpture masterwork or a painting masterwork. And on the Himalayan Art Resources website, we do have a list of criteria both for painting and sculpture. I don't think we've actually done one for textiles as yet. These are the three main mediums for art, Himalayan style art. But it's good to always not necessarily take one example, but to take two or three examples of a subject that are particularly good and then just compare them together. So right now we're going to look at three different forms of Shadbhuja Mahakala. Shadbhuja just means the six-armed, Shad, six, Bhuja, arms or hands. The six-armed Mahakala. Now there's different types of six-armed Mahakala, and we're looking specifically at the one-faced six-armed that comes out of the 8-chapter Mahakala Tantra. This is also sometimes known as the Shangpakagyu six-armed Mahakala, or the common Gelugpa protector Mahakala. So three objects have been chosen, and they're all chosen for convenience from the Rubin Museum of Art. And the first is a painting, and it's dated to late 14th, early 15th century. And it, based on style, it appears to be from or related to the Shalu monastery of Tsang province, very close to Shigatse, the town of Shigatse. So this Shadbhuja Mahakala, this is done in registers. We have yes, the large central figure. We have a large thrown back or Torana surrounding it. We have the five retinue deities of Shadbhuja Mahakala surround the main figure, and they're superimposed against the flames that surround Mahakala, which are all contained within the back, thrown back, the Torana. And then outside of that, we have at the top, the sides, and the bottom, we have these horizontal and vertical strips of figures, and these are the lineage teachers for the six-armed Mahakala. So we're really following in an Indian and then a Nepalese painting tradition for this monumental painting. What really makes it stand out different from other paintings? Well, it's early. This is early. This is late 14th, early 15th century. So right away, that's important. Secondly, it's a large format. The central figure is very, very dynamic in its movement, its head, its hands, its legs. Okay, now the second figure is a sculpture, and this is in the Mongolian Zanabazar style, the style developed by the Tibetan name Yeshe Dorje. And this is likely to be 17th, early 18th century as well. Very clear Zanabazar style for the face and the hair, ornamentation, and the very, very large Vignantika, this silvered, elephant-headed figure underneath the feet. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful image. Again, it's in a larger size, maybe 1.5 feet tall, maybe a little bigger. Now, I can't attest to the hand attributes. They're all loose. They're not attached. They weren't attached when the sculpture was first made. I think most of the hand attributes were additions later. They had obviously become lost. So these may even be late 20th century additions to replace the lost attributes. But a wonderful example, a large example for this figure, and very rare because it's we don't have many examples that are from the Mongolian Zanabazar artistic tradition. Now the last painting is 18th century, late 18th century, and it's in a Tashi Lhunpo style. Now Tashi Lhunpo is the very large Gelugpa Monastery in the town of Shigatse in Tsang province of Tibet. And this is in a perfect Tashi Lhunpo style for this period of time. Extremely expressive, extremely colorful. The entire canvas is just full of imagery or landscape or cemetery charnel ground scenes. Then at the top we have a young Dalai Lama, and we have actually a young Panchen Lama as well on either side of a Tsongkhapa. So this is a very bright, very wonderful example, of which we do have many examples. But again, this painting is large format, and this became a model for many, many other Gelug painting schools and Gelug-inspired painting schools throughout Tibet, for how to depict the iconography and create the background and create the aesthetics of the time of this 18th century period. So these are three examples of the same subject, Shadbhuja Mahakala, six-arm Mahakala. All three are from the Rubin Museum of Art, and they're all three great examples, giving you a real clear idea over time of actually how things change, but how some things can stay the same. So you can press the like button, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon, and you can also go directly to the Himalayan Art Resources website and make a donation.